This is the exact setup I'm running right now on high force. No weird center dead zone, no violent shaking on straights, just smooth, predictable control. As you can see, I'm able to kick the rear end out and catch it clean without fighting the wheel too much, and that's what we're aiming for here. If your G920 feels twitchy, numb, or just horrible, this is likely what you're missing. First up, the G Hub. I'm running 900 degrees operating range. It gives you full rotation realism and keeps it natural in Assetto Corsa. Sensitivity is set to 60. That keeps the input smooth without feeling twitchy. The centering spring is off. You don't want the G Hub fighting the in-game force feedback settings. Let the game handle that. You don't need the Logitech software doing anything. If the wheel still feels artificial or overly tight in the center, this is usually the reason why. So now into Content Manager, under Controls, under Settings and Controls. The degrees are matching 900. Auto adjust is on so it matches each car's steering lock. Gamma is set to 1, keeps that linear. Don't mess with the steering gamma unless you really know what you're doing there. Speed sensitivity is set to 0. You don't want the game changing your steering input at high speed. Filter is 0. I want direct response for that. Throttle, gamma is standard at 1. Nice and predictable. Brakes, the gamma is set to 2.4. This makes the pedals less aggressive at the start and start of travel and gives more control under heavy braking. I've capped the brakes at 81% because the stock G920 brakes can spike easily. The handbrake is mapped to axis 7. Gamma on that is set to 1 for consistent pull. Right, on to force feedback now. Force feedback is where most people can get it wrong. I'm running 100% gain in game, but this works because my minimal force and filtering are balanced. If you feel any clipping here, then lower this slightly. Filtering and minimal force. Filtering is set at 26%. This smooths out any graininess of the G920 without making it numb. Maximum force is at 12%. This helps eliminate and the dead zone in the center that Logitech's wheels are known for. Onto the effects. Herb is 50, the Robe is 30, Slip is 10, and ABS is 25. Enough detail to feel what the car's doing, but not so much that the wheel becomes noisy. Dampeners, gain is 100%, but minimal dampener is 0. This keeps stability without adding artificial weight. Low speed force feedback reduce is 30%. This stops the wheel shaking violently when you're crawling or in traffic. If you find your wheel is shaking on straights, lower your gain slightly and make sure centering spring is off in the G Hub. If your wheel feels dead in the center, increase minimal force slightly. This is a setup. that gives me smooth control, high speed, predictable drift transitions, and no fighting the wheel. So that's the full G920 setup I'm running on Assetto Corsa for the boosted UK servers. Stable at speed, predictable under braking, and smooth through transitions. And this is just the wheel side of it. I'm also going to start dropping my actual boosted UK car setups, the builds I run daily on a high force and on traffic servers. High speed stability builds, drift builds, and No Hesi-style setups. So if there's a build you want on a specific car, drop it in the comments. If this has helped you, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.
Models popping bottles.